What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Deep, ethnic dating coach, Desi dating coach. What's up? All right. So we are going to be talking about some breaking news here. All right. A lot of you people are really freaking all wound up about this. Andrew Shit Tate, I like to call him Andrew Shit Tate, but Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan have been arrested again, and they are being detained in Florida, waiting extradition to the UK. All right. So I have the whole article here. I mean, there's articles all over the fucking place about these two retards, but I have one article here from the New York Post. So let's read the title here. Andrew Tate's new charges include 19 for indecent images of a child and extreme porn. So the accused rapist Andrew Tate was hit with fresh charges for allegedly possessing child porn. Okay. The 39-year-old manosphere influencer was hit with 19 new charges related to the indecent images of a child and extreme pornography. Former professional kickboxer Andrew also faces 7 new counts of rape, 3 counts of sex trafficking, and 3 counts of assault. His younger brother Tristan faces 1 count of sexual assault, 2 counts of rape, and 3 counts of sex trafficking. All right. Hate to say it. Well, I don't hate to say it. I'm actually happy to say it. But these two fucking bobos, these two butt buddies, butt brothers, are going to go to prison the rest of their fucking lives. Okay? They are never going to be released at this point. Right? That is the truth of it and the reality of it. All right? So let me first break down the legal side of things, because I've been locked up. I've been locked up in Florida. I've been extradited from New Jersey to Florida. All right. So I know a little bit about how extradition works and things like that. All right. So right now they're being detained, right, in Florida because they flew into the United States and they had this warrant from the UK. Obviously, America saw the warrant and they're holding them, right? They're holding them in Florida. They're trying to fight the extradition. What that means is they're trying to fight and say, no, we shouldn't be sent over to UK. You should just let us free. They have all these reasons why they feel they shouldn't be extradited over to the UK. But if a judge has already signed off on because a judge still would have to sign off on them being locked up here in the United States on that warrant from the UK. So if that's already happened, another judge, they're going to go in front of another judge at this point, most likely. Another judge is not going to go over another judge and go against another judge, right? That's just not going to happen. Like, whatever's already been signed for them to be held until they, either UK comes and picks them up or UK decides not to pick them up, all right? Until that happens, another judge here in the United States is not going to go toe to toe with the decision another judge made. So these two are going to be sitting in Florida, in lockup in Florida, up until either UK decides to come pick them up, or UK decides not to come pick them up. If the UK decides not to come pick them up, we here in the United States have to let them free. But with all these charges, all right, like, this is not like burglary, this is not like theft of jewelry, right? This is fucking indecent images of a child, extreme porn, right? Sexual assault, child pornography, human trafficking, sex trafficking, all kinds of fucking crazy charges. All right, with these types of charges, UK is going to pick these two retards up. There's no doubt about that. All right, so, and I'm very anti Andrew Tate. I'm a Trump supporter, right? I'm a Trump supporter. I'm all for masculinity. I'm against feminism, but I'm also against Andrew Tate because I don't believe in child pornography. Okay, these two freaking weirdos obviously were involved in something with children. All right. Next off, I don't believe in sexually assaulting women. All right. I teach game. I teach pickup. I teach men how to be the best versions of themselves so women are naturally attracted to them. What these two guys were doing, the end of the day, right? What these two fucking grifters were doing is pretty much they were selling you guys insecurity. All right. So he pretty much, both of them pretty much made money by convincing you that you are broken, that his courses are pretty much blueprints, that they are the cure to you as a man who struggles with dating, who struggles with having decent employment, with making good money, right? So he sells this shit to you that he has a cure for this, and you people have believed it. All right. And the reality is, if he truly knew how to make every man a millionaire, he wouldn't need $50 a month. All right. He profits from people's doubt. All right. So, a lot of you guys, once you start needing people like this is when they succeed. But once you cut them off, they crumble. They have nothing left, right? Because they don't have any money. They've never made any money themselves. All right. The way he's made money, the way these two have made money is by selling you lies. All right. The guy has a lot of money at this point, right? And again, that money has come from people buying his stupid courses or whatever he was selling. I've only really just started kind of following these Tate brothers in the last year or so. I've always been busy with my own fucking life. All right. I've never paid too much attention to social media influencers and all that. I'm always helping guys out. I have my own jobs I do. I've always been self-employed. I've been locked up. Like I said, I've been put in handcuffs. I've been in jails. I've been in prisons. All right. So I have real experience with this stuff. When I say that these two are going to go away for life, that's what I mean, right? They're going to go out to UK. They're going to be sitting in jail in UK for years waiting for trial. They're going to get found guilty of some of this shit, all right? At least some of this shit, and they're going to go to prison the rest of their fucking lives. Then they got this other shit in Romania, which that's, I don't know all the details about that, but they're never getting out at this point. So you can say goodbye to Andrew Tate and all this manosphere, top G shit like that. Pretty much this dude was like a predator, right? He's been living in like this high school hierarchy. It's not like adult reality. For the average adult male, right? The stuff he preaches is not applicable, all right? This stuff is just like, he was... So again, a lot of his success also came from doing webcam hosting. I guess he was recruiting girls to become webcam models and then raping them, making money off them, things like that. The average guy isn't doing stuff like that. So the average guy doesn't have these types of girls available to them, right? The average guy might be working as a manager at a supermarket, right? He's not dealing with these types of slutty women all the time like Andrew Tate has been doing. So, it's not reality. What his whole lifestyle and what he's been selling is just completely delusional and out of touch with reality. All right. Another thing is, I'm a coach for men of color, and a lot of people, when it comes to the manosphere, right? Because the manosphere tends to go towards right wing, right? Again, I'm a Trump supporter. I've been a Trump supporter since 2016. All right. But I'm also a realist, right? I'm not one of these diehard right wingers. All right. The reality is Andrew Tate being half white, right? His name, Andrew Tate, him being half white, is what really part of the reason he became so popular and famous, right? Anyone can spit out the stuff that Andrew Tate's been spitting, right? He's always spitting out this kind of racially charged stuff, sexist stuff, and things like that, right? Anybody could do that. I could do that as a man of color. A black guy can do it. A Chinese guy can do it. A Hispanic guy can do it. But him being half white, his name being Andrew Tate, which sounds like a Caucasian name, is what really made him very popular and famous, right? So there's nothing special about Andrew Tate. His white privilege that he does have is really what got him to where he is, right? In terms of his fame and popularity. Same with Wes Watson, right? So, some of this stuff is not like, again, it's not stuff that any other guy cannot do, right? Cannot recite. And if you listen to some of his stuff, most of the stuff is just recited, right? It's stuff that people already know, people already studied. There's been studies in this stuff, and he just pulls those studies. I'm more so talking about some of his his political views. Let's call it his political views with race, with religion, with culture, with gender, and things like that, right? This is studies that have already been done, right? Let's say about women, right? So this is nothing new he's created. He didn't create any new ideas or new developments or new studies himself. It's just stuff that's already been around that he's just regurgitating. And again, he just did it in a very well way, in a very good way, and obviously where he profited and selling it. And again, I would say most of his consumers are going to be white males, right? You're also going to get these black guys and these Spanish guys and, you know, other races of men that hang on to the, you know, morons like this, right? But, you know, but those are also extreme right wingers too. So again, you know, I'm against feminism. I'm against, you know, I'm a Trump supporter. I'm here in the United States. I'm born here in the United States. But again, someone like Andrew Tate, he's going to teach you nothing, right? The guy's not going to teach you anything. He's a complete and utter moron. He's obviously a pedophile, and now we can see he's a rapist. He's a sex trafficker. All right, he's not getting free pussy. All right, he's not getting laid. All right, this dude was literally setting up webcam studios, recruiting girls to come, and then he couldn't even get those girls for free. Right, he had to fucking rape these girls. So, you know, again, and then obviously when he skyrocketed into fame, things got easier when it came to dating and things like that. That's for anybody. Any man that is famous, any man that has good status behind him, yes, getting women is going to be a lot easier. Women are going to be coming up to him, right? Like reaching out to him on IG or wherever, right? So don't fall for all the tricks. The whole thing has been a scam from the beginning, right? Andrew Tate is nobody special. He's just another grifter, right? He's a half Caucasian, right? Kind of like Obama, right? Obama was a half black, half white. Same as Andrew Tate. You're half black, half white, but he looks more white actually. And his name is very white, and his brother definitely looks white. But you know, the point is that, you know, just because you're lean more towards Republican in the United States or wherever, doesn't mean you're now disillusioned from reality either, right? Like the reality is, yes, there is white privilege. White privilege is a real thing. And Andrew Tate is definitely one of someone who benefits from white privilege, right? So again, if you're a man of color, right, you struggle in dating, you struggle in life, right? Struggle in this whole masculinity aspect of being here, right? Part of that is, yeah, there's feminism is growing and growing more and more, right? So men are now kind of pushed into being less masculine, all right? So again, if you struggle with this stuff, reach out to me. Stop following guys like Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan, all right? Again, these are just two morons that for couple years maybe they hit some fame, they made some money, and now the reality is they're going to be sitting in prison the rest of their fucking lives, all right, in a prison out in UK somewhere, all right. So reach out to me again, DesiDatingCoach.com. I do things. I've been locked up, all right, when I was younger, as a kid, as an adult, all right. So I know about roughhousing. I know about being a roughneck and things like that. All right. This shit here with Andrew Tate, again, at 38 years old, now he's gonna finally see a jail cell, and he's never gonna come out. All right. You could quote me on that. That Andrew Tate is going to be spending the remainder of his life in prison. All right. Again, check my website out. Reach out to me. I definitely like to help you all out. And I will talk to you all.